Hey there, and welcome to B Racquetball. I am John, and I will be your host on this channel. What I hope to do here is to ramble for 10 minutes or so about myself, the channel itself, and kind of my plans for it if you happen to stumble upon it, and my relationship with the sport of racquetball. So beginning with me, I am John. I'll call myself John T. I live in the Erie area, that's Erie, Pennsylvania. I am a high school English teacher. Yay. And I've reached a point in my life now where age has become a factor. The decline is undeniable, and I'm struggling, with things in the gym, on the racquetball court. I always had an idea of, what would it be like to, run one of these kind of fitness YouTube channels? Because I devoted a lot of my time and energy to fitness pursuits, do a lot of strength training, done a lot of cardiovascular conditioning. I've branched out to, different sports and different athletic activities to try them out. And I've gathered, some knowledge and wisdom just through trial and error. And I spend a lot of time on YouTube watching these fitness videos, and I get excited, but all these people that I'm watching, seem to be, teens, 20-somethings. They kind of peak around their 30s, where you see them on there and they're taking you through these, rigorous routines and their diets and how they build muscle and how they outpace the competition. I think that stuff's great. It's very motivating to me personally, but I'm just not in the demographic anymore. I'm old. And I wondered perhaps if there were people out there my age and older that stumble upon those types of channels and are like, man, this is all great and all, but I can't do that many sets or that many reps, or, how can I adjust my training to meet with my more, age demanding needs? So I had a plan. I was going to launch like a fitness channel. I was going to call it the B+ Body, which is pretty fitting because I've never been an A at anything. I think I peak around B+, and even though I've lifted for years and years and years and done a lot of, fitness endeavors, it's a B+. There's not much, more to that. It's like, it works well with my career as well because I know the students who will never be A students. They just do what they have to do to get like B, maybe B+, and then they move on. And that's kind of been the story of my life. So I was going to make a channel called the B+ Body, and I was going to kind of chronicle my fitness journey. Like, what am I doing? What's my bro split? Like, what are my sets and reps look like? Like, what weight am I pushing? What's my diet, which is non-existent, by the way. I eat fast food every day. And how does my body respond to that? And people could see that, and they're like, man, I'm like that guy's age, or I'm a little older, but, at least this is more pertinent to me than watching these, teens and 20-somethings pump out this content. So I wanted to run with a B+ Body channel, but the fact is, I know nothing about social media, video uploading, video recording, video editing, clueless. And I'm not real tech savvy either, so go figure. Teaching helps a little bit, but I'm still pretty clueless as far as this stuff goes. So I was like, I don't do any social media. You stay off that stuff. It's like, no, I'm not, I have no TikTok. I have no Twitter. I have no Instagram. Okay, Facebook, forget it. You can't get on there. As a high school teacher, no, forget it. Social media is out of there. But YouTube has sucked me in. I've watched so much content on YouTube. When I'm not doing anything, I tune into YouTube. So I said, man, maybe, but not B+ Body right away. What's easy? What can I just record and upload? Racquetball. I play racquetball 2 or 3 times a week. Sometimes more if it's summer and I'm not at school. And I have a history with the sport. I've enjoyed it. And I thought, man, not knowing much about video recording, video editing, making all these, funky, magical things happen to your videos, I could just record games and upload them, okay? Old, meaningless guy, uploading videos to a dying or dead sport is kind of poetic, ironic. So I thought that'd be a good way to start. So what's the plan? Record racquetball videos, upload them to YouTube. That's what it's going to look like early on. You'll just watch racquetball games. If you like racquetball or you want to see some, guys, middle-aged guys and older out there hitting around, that's what you'll see. As the channel grows, if I get a subscriber or two and I continue to upload, I'll get better. I'll figure out how to compress files and edit files and add some magical little comments here and there, and maybe have some interviews with the peeps that I'm playing with and break down their games, give my own scouting report on them, let them talk about their relationship with racquetball. How long have they been playing? Like, what's their strengths? What's their weaknesses? So that's kind of the early plan for B Plus Racquetball. Me showing up to play racquetball in Erie, Pennsylvania locations and uploading games. I want to give a shout out to JMS 493 Racquetball. I don't subscribe, I don't comment, I'm a lurker. But that guy, man, Sam, the Kelly twins, and everybody they've had on that channel over the past, I don't know, decade maybe, has really been awesome. I log into the channel, I watch their amazing racquetball videos, and I'm like, man, these guys are great. So shout out to them. I don't know them personally, but your racquetball channel has gotten me through, a lot of tough times when I was enjoying the sport more than I am now because of my, kind of age and physical decline. What you will see on the channel, a lot of mid-grade racquetball. That's it. It's people showing up to the Y. You're not going to see, I play with one pro player. His name is Fran Mifsud, and he is a racquetball god. I mean, the guy could shut me out 15-0 every game if he comes to play. And he is a next level player. And maybe someday I'll feature him on the channel because we play singles periodically and he is next level amazing. You're not going to see Fran often. You're going to see people that go to the YMCA hitting around the racquetball. We play cutthroat, we play doubles. When it's evens and odds, we serve to different sides. We don't play tournament rules, so you're going to see us play some short serves. You're going to see some iffy hinder calls. We don't do avoidables. Just replay the points. That was an avoidable, that's a point. Forget it, okay? Just replay the point. So you're not going to see like top flight, tournament ready racquetball. They used to have, novice C's, B's, A's, and open level racquetball when I was growing up. And I would say B plus is perfect because I probably am a B plus at my best. When I'm playing my best racquetball, I'm probably at the upper end of the B range and the lower end of the A range. So I'm like a B plus racquetball player, and my game is probably pretty good based on the types of people I'm playing against. And as old as I feel, I'm one of the youngest ones in the group that shows up at these, Erie Y locations and plays, but you'll get to know some of the other ones. So that's the plan. Upload some racquetball videos. Racquetball, my relationship with it, man, it's a love-hate. It's like Agassi and tennis. I grew up in the 80s. My mother was a member of a local club called the Penbriar, and she was there every weekend. She played leagues during the week a couple times and got to be pretty good. I enjoyed watching my mother play, but I was a kid. I was young, so she enrolled me in lessons. And racquetball had a moment in the 80s. Like, it was quite like pickleball now, but it was big. People liked to go, and there was a lot of people that would socialize and play racquetball, and that was a magical time for the sport. So growing up in the 80s and having this nostalgia, thinking about like my own racquetball background is like, it's kept me playing all these years. When I went to college, there were racquetball courts so I could play, and I had fun, honing my game in college. And then, I had a teaching job where I had access to a racquetball court. And I played and played and played and got even better. I'm like, oh man, this is great. And I tried to teach other people. And I tried to spread love for the sport. And there's still a part of me that just has this kind of nostalgic connection to racquetball that's sad to see it die. I play with pickleball enthusiasts that will seek out pickleball games, and I play with people who are just totally against pickleball. Pickleball, curses, it's the devil's sport, I'll never play pickleball, not till I'm 90. I am neither camp. I play pickleball recreationally if people are playing. I always get sucked in at school if they're having pickleball tournaments, or I stop in a gym class or playing pickleball. They're like, oh, Mr. T, come in, play. Because I have a racket sport background. So I do okay with it, but it's not something that I seek out. I don't, get the same workout. For me, racquetball, I have gotten a better workout playing singles, intense racquetball than playing full court 5-on-5 basketball. You use different muscles, you do things of that nature with racquetball that you just can't mimic in other athletic endeavors, which is why I've stuck with racquetball for so many years. I enjoy it. I got to a decent level at it. So, I have this history of it dating back to the 80s. And if I can keep it alive, if this can be a time capsule, to racquetball, then, so be it. I am an Echelon guy. These are my two rackets. It's the Echelon Inferno. I think you can only get Echelons at maybe Racquetball Warehouse now. I grew up playing Echelons. I used to tell you I was good enough that I could play with a trash can lid, but I can't anymore. I tried to play with the ProRes a little ways back. It was big, it was expensive. I was like, oh, Kane's the best player in the world. He plays with the ProRes. I gotta play with his racket. I tried it out for a couple months and I just mishit it constantly. So I sold it to one of the guys I play with for like 20 bucks. Went back to the Echelon. This is Echelon Inferno 160. This is Echelon Elite 170, it says. And I like these. They play well. This one's seen a lot of action. You know, the grip's starting to give on it. I get them restrung. I break the strings about once a month, and I get them restrung by a local lady named Beth, and she's amazing. So shout out to Beth. Those are my racquetball rackets. Racquetball gloves. Python. I use the Python glove. That's it. I get it on Amazon. The price fluctuates. Sometimes you can get deals and get them for like $7 or $8, and sometimes like 13. But yeah, I play with that particular glove. I've never, in my history of athletics, had to fall back on any type of brace, sleeve, support system. The past year, my left elbow has been trouble. I have tendonitis in it. That's self-diagnosed. I don't go to the doctor for it because then they give you a specialist referral, and then 3 months later you meet with the specialist, and then want imaging, and then a month later, and $300, $400, that you spend out all these deductibles, they finally get back to you and be like, oh, I think you've got some tendonitis in there. Let's give you some exercise. I'm not going through that. So self-diagnosed. I got some tendonitis in this elbow and has not been happy. It's wreaked havoc on my game. So just the past couple weeks, I bought these sleeves. I got the Copperfield elbow sleeve. I got the Shock Doctor elbow sleeve, all at Dick's. And I got this tennis elbow support strap, which I haven't tried yet, but I'm not, whatevs. I play with a guy named Frank on Saturdays and Sundays, and Frank swears by it. He's older than I am. He said he had a lot of elbow problems, and once he started wearing these sleeves, they alleviated. So you're gonna see me probably in these early videos wearing an elbow sleeve, which I do not normally wear. I don't know, I might be stuck now wearing them for good. It has felt a little better the times I've played with it, so I might stick with it. Recording, iPhone 15 Pro Max, it's rolling right now. I got this Max 1 USB-C external storage device. So that's it. I don't know if I can link or whatever they do on social media, but I'll link it in the description if I can. It records video at way too high a resolution. I can't compress them. It's like, we did like 35-minute double games and it was like 400 gigabytes. So once I, converted it to a usable format, all the res came out of it. It was like 18 gigabytes and much more manageable. So I'll get comfortable with that as I learn how to upload. I got this guy. I stick this to the back wall. I put the iPhone on it, and that's how I'm gonna record. This is it right here. Ha-ha! That's your guy, okay? And then, because I use a mouse case on my phone, I had to get this. It says Jace Bones 180-degree angle USB-C adapter 2-pack. So I have to, plug the device in through my phone's mouse case with that bad boy right there. And I'm just gonna record and go to it with that. Scouting report, racquetball, my game. I'm a lefty. I play racket sports left-handed. I golf right-handed. I shoot rifle right-handed. Let's see. I brush my teeth left-handed. Can't explain it. I write left-handed, but illegible. If I take my time, I can write more legible right-handed, but I just haven't done it. So for whatever reason, I'm a lefty. I have no backhand. None whatsoever. I played for years. Thousands of games. If you want to beat me, if you're a novice just starting the game, keep it to my backhand the whole game. You'll do fine. I have no backhand, none whatsoever. Don't hit to my forehand, ever. If you want to beat me, don't hit it to the forehand side. I have a good forehand, and I cover the court pretty well. So those are, the areas to be aware of in my racquetball game. Scouting report on me, right? I like singles, and I'm good at singles because I can still cover the court pretty well. So singles, yay. Best workout, and I enjoy it the most. Cutthroat, I'm okay. I enjoy cutthroat if you're on the court with people who understand the game and can stay out of your way and kind of know the fundamentals. So I enjoy cutthroat a lot if it's the right people, not quite as much if you got some clueless folks on there. But cutthroat's okay by me. You know what I hate? I hate doubles. Why do I hate doubles? Because I'm a jerk. I mean, that's the fact of the matter. I am, I have an ego. I am ultra competitive. I have some narcissistic tendencies, and it's difficult for me to put up with, lack of fundamentals. People cutting the ball off, people getting in your way, people just cluelessly not realizing that that was a hinder call, or, that serve was short, and they argue with you. And listen, there's really good teammates out there, people who bring up, the guys that are struggling and make them better through, building them up, buffing them up. And that's not me. I'm the jerk. I'm the guy that rolls his eyes. I'm the guy that just like, oh, give me a break. Well, why would you? Why are you standing there again? Why are you taking away my cross court shot? Every single time this person serves, I hit a cross court, you give them an excuse to call a hinder. I'm that guy. So, sorry. Doubles for me is a bit of a challenge. You must understand. I teach, I'm a professional educator for a living. So the amount of patience and tolerance that I exhaust throughout the course of every workday, I feel like my students and coworkers, the people that I interact with in my workplace, they get to see me at my best. I really try to put on a good false front and let them see a very good version of myself. I feel very sorry for the people who have to share the racquetball court with me, and I guess this is an apology to them out of the gate as I launch this channel. I'm sorry that I, get short on the racquetball court. I'm sorry that, I've probably driven some people away from the game because of, my lack of patience and tolerance, but it builds up. You're teaching during the day, you're trying to work with these, young kids and mold this young generation of eager learners, and then you get on the racquetball court and your patience and tolerance is just nil. So, I'm at my best at school, and I'm at my worst on the racquetball court. So maybe recording these games will help, because to conclude, my game's not in a good spot. I've talked about the aging process and the effects that it's had on me, and my game's in the toilet. So I thought maybe by launching this channel and recording some games, it would improve my attitude towards the game. I wouldn't be like the Agassi that hates racquetball. I could become, again, the Agassi that loves and has passion for the game, because I'm recording these and having, meaningful social interactions with these people. And that's why they play. The people that I gather with at these, YMCAs, they play for fun. They play for the workout. That's why I play. I haven't enjoyed the game a whole lot over the past couple of years, but it beats running. It beats, being on, some bike or some stair machine somewhere. So I can get the racquetball, and it might be frustrating for me because I don't like the way that I'm playing, or I'm losing games, or I'm having to play doubles with people that are just, oh, what's going on? Why? But man, it beats some of those other cardio options. So some people do it for that, and a lot of people I find do it for the social aspect. They like the camaraderie, the fraternity, showing up and playing with other people that play racquetball and like the game. So that's the story. That's me. That's the plans for the channel. And that's a long-winded kind of history of my relationship with the sport of racquetball. I'm going to start uploading some games, I guess, and we'll see how it goes. But thanks, everybody, for tuning in. And I guess I'm supposed to do like, subscribe and, make sure you like the videos. It really goes a long way. So I guess if that's what they do, subscribe. Oh, and like.